I want to call this June 26, 2024 meeting to order. Eddie, you want to lead us in the thanks?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Young?
All right, we do this. Easy in the first. They're all in this.
Okay, I make a motion to approve the real estate exonerations presented this morning by Ed.
Second, all in favor?
Those
Aye.
are actually both real and personal. We just started combining them all.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so I'll amend it to real and personal.
There you go. Yes.
Second. You second.
Second, all in favor? Aye.
You got me mid-signature.
I tell you, I got my signature, Mister. Y'all talking to me.
And I was checking to see if it was available.
These are the pages you have to sign in the land, but we'll just go back over. You have to sign as president, and then you guys will sign on the first and second line and start over here and just go that way, and that way.
A motion to approve it,
Second.
I would think you probably need to do that.
all in favor? Aye.
Aye. Your line.
Top line.
Yeah, there's seven, page 6 or 7.
Oh, we have to sign every page?
Yeah, every page, yeah.
Woo!
It's better than carrying the whole book in.
Yeah, those things, I gotta deliver them today.
Set them up there so it's
Great job.
What do you want? Can you find out?
We did,
Okay, I thought so.
but now Robert brought it in, Benny presented one for Smith.
I think it's in Montgomery, that's the only reason I'm saying.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna, you did pay him. Congratulations on your new deputy. I was gonna ask, will you make sure that you put that on the agenda
You guys have.
in July so we can back approve it? Did we approve her already? Okay.
That's the one that we did a couple of weeks ago. She paid her PT test, y'all said it was approved.
Oh, contingent upon her passing it, yeah,
She
I
passed
do
it,
remember
and she
that.
started counting, because she started counting yet our money.
Oh, that's awesome, so she's already in. Okay, well, good. No, I just wanted to make sure it was covered.
All right. I'll make a motion to approve payroll July 12th.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Vouchers and invoices. I just had one question. I don't mind approving everything else, except until we find out on the other issue. I don't have any questions. Promise.
I don't,
I'm good.
All right, I motion to approve vouchers and invoices.
Second.
The only one that we're waiting on to see if Montgomery was paid last.
was it
Yeah,
November
it
or
was.
Smith? It was?
Well, it shows the number.
Yeah. I was pretty sure it was.
Okay,
So we don't, everything except the Montgomery. Correct?
it's already been
It's
approved.
already been approved and paid.
Okay, so everybody,
Yeah, you're back. Aye.
All right.
meeting minutes for June 5th and April 24th. I move to approve.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
No real estate?
Why was, I had a question. Why was April 24th in there when we already approved them once?
Did we?
Yes. Because I haven't missed a set of minutes.
Where did that come from?
Not unless that was for information for us to obtain for some other issues.
Oh, okay, then I will amend that motion just for June 5th.
Yeah, so just the approval. So you're amending just to
Oh,
approve.
I know, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just for June 5th. So
Okay.
state settlements, Move that we approve the estate settlements.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Jim?
First, yeah, that's the lead. And talk about the home confinement process, and the waiver of these.
That was me. So we had talked about this and approved it a long time ago, but I attended the public defender conference recently and they made a big pitch that county commissions could do a lot for public defense. And so I asked our chief public defender in Fayette County what they were talking about. And she said, paying for home confinement. And I said, well, we actually approved that. And we looked it up and it was from 2021. And I think how we had left it was that,
It's cheaper to pay for confinement than it was to pay for the Southern Region
Right.
Jail.
and you guys were gonna make the recommendations, your office was, for people who might qualify for it. But I think, I mean, Nancy acted like she'd never heard of it before. And I don't know if we sent them a letter or not, so I wanted to at least raise it again and, make sure that we, send it to the public defender office and the, the board. Maybe you could have, Courtney or somebody send it out on his listserv, because he seems to have a pretty comprehensive listserv for the people defending people in this county.
The bigger issue is going to be initial appearances on felonies.
How?
That's typically where you have people that aren't that's one.
Right.
So it's just going to be a function. I'll see what I can do about letting the magistrates,
Okay,
if we have that option.
okay. I think we should do a letter to everybody who's concerned and just let them know how the process is gonna work and.
I think that'd be a great idea.
Okay, Sheriff?
I got a question. So we really, in this county, we have two home confinements. We have our DRC program, we do the majority of them. I got called to the principal's office years ago and circuit judges wanted us to keep a home confinement for certain individuals. They're like, it would be better to be through the sheriff's office. So we keep stuff in our stock, and we have people on it and stuff. So is they going to go with ours too? Is this the DRCs or how does this work? Because, it comes out my budget, what we pay for. Matter of fact, I got a letter from them, didn't know, they switched companies on me and they said, we need you to send this stuff back ASAP. And I've been trying to call my rep for like 2 weeks now. And I said, well, I'm not sending it back to her. I need to keep it. But anyway, that's the question I had. But, DRC does majority. We did that years ago because
Right.
money wise and stuff, it's better for them at that time. But we still keep it within the sheriff's office, our side, because certain judges, sometimes they don't want to go through DRC, they want to be monitored through the sheriff's office. So that's the question.
So I guess my question of the sheriff's office is, if we could be charged your cost. I don't see why we wouldn't do that for those cases as well.
Didn't the circuit judges want you to handle post conviction,
Yeah.
post conviction felony cases? And I think where this is going to come into play is going to be condition of bond as opposed to.
There's been a couple of that they,
Yeah, I had one that was on before pre-trial. A long time ago, but I think it depends on who they are and what they've done and, their concerns and about.
well, and I'll just be honest with you, Commissioner, that when I talk to the judge about it, everybody comes to my office pays for it. Because I told them, if you're gonna waive the fee, they need to go to DRC for the function that way. In my office, we gotta have the money brought in to pay for the equipment we have, because there's a line item, for that.
Oh, I think we should pay. I'm not saying that you shouldn't get what you need to cover your costs. I'm just saying, like, if there's anything else in there, we should just pay.
Well, I mean, I have
Well,
an
the cost.
account where I back for home confinement, it's gotta be used for home confinement stuff, but no, I wanna bring it up.
Okay, I think Anthony could work that out with you. What that process should look like, but if you could figure that out and let the magistrates, the judges, public defender's office and the panel know, I think Judge Ewing could send it out to everybody and it would reach everybody just about. I think that'd be helpful because it was kind of accusatory. I'm like, no, we passed this in 2021. We agree it's a good idea. Nicholas County did it and we thought it was a great idea, so. All right, so I move that we approve sending a letter regarding our willingness to reimburse home confinement costs and, what is yours called? GPS, his is home confinement, so home confinement and GPS costs, which are less expensive than the jail bill for qualified, defendants.
All in favor? You?
Can we back up a little bit, because I have settlement list here, did you have?
We already did it,
Oh, okay,
but
I'm sorry.
Just have to sign it. It's in our packet, so we already.
You should also have the minutes over there so Tom can sign those too.
Yeah, we don't need the 24th.
Yeah, I don't need the 24th. We're doing that for research.
Number two was the, points for they need public service district. I think I was recommending there was a.
So I mean, we approve it.
Second. All in favor? Aye.
That's Lawrence Foley to the Danny's PSD.
And then make a motion to approve Vivian Carroll for Golly Bridge PSD.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
And make a motion to appoint Gregory Tony to Armstrong PSD.
Second. All in
Oh,
favor?
wait.
Oh,
That's Doug Protunk. We've already
Yeah, I'm
appointed
sorry.
him.
Yeah.
Because we had an emergency in Armstrong Creek where we had 0
that's
board
okay. I
members.
forgot too, John. Yeah.
So,
Is he the only board member?
yes,
So do you want to read?
no, I just added
You
that
just
for
added it for me.
clarification, so I think we're okay.
Okay.
So
All in favor?
Aye.
Do I have to sign that? So two of them there.
yes.
Bridge dates. Mr. Chose.
The dates, which are recommendations.
And for the most part, those are not recommendations, like those organizations get to pick who they want to be on the Bridge Day Commission, just like we do.
Okay.
So just for everybody's clarification. So who are they? I think one of them was Lori Cabot for Fayetteville. Becky Sullivan for the Chamber. Doug and Allison. Well, he's for the state police. And Shannon Morris. In place of Sheriff Fridley for the Sheriff's Department. So I move that we approve those 3 appointments to the Bridge Day Commission.
Second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Next is the acknowledgement of Martin race.
Is this because you're selling alcohol?
Yes.
We do this.
I'll make a motion to approve the Spartan race.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
This is, okay, but this just says, please accept this as notification. We're aware of the Spartan race events.
That's the standard letter we always send. That's what they're
We
wearing.
changed this the last time. Is that, I mean, is. We just have to, it is the requirement that we just have to know?
Yeah.
Or I thought we had to approve it.
No, I think Angela then has to approve it as the zoning officer.
Who?
Angela.
their board,
Angela has to approve it.
the,
The zoning board?
no, the, Board of Appeals. Is that right?
Well, that's different because it's just a one-day event. Angela is able, they will contact in and
It's just like a bear license and.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it hasn't been approved yet? By them?
no, because this is the standard way that they do it.
I think we ought to add something in it, saying that refer to our board of planning.
Okay. We can fix
Um,
that.
Can we amend that then? John and Tom?
I don't,
Yeah,
I don't have a problem.
Yeah, I don't like just saying we're aware. That's
So
weird.
you are a lawyer, Ms. Taylor.
Well, I'm gonna say we referred it to them for approval.
Yeah, she can change it. We can still sign it today.
She can,
I
okay. Okay. Thank you.
mean, if y'all don't have a
Yeah,
problem with
that's
that.
fine.
Okay, general school magistrate, worthless check.
Did you vote on
Money that's collected in the.
Make a motion to approve.
Second,
All in favor?
I think there's like 3 of them.
Oh, no.
I'll speak to the next one.
You will go ahead and just tell it.
Okay, on the opioid litigation complaint, this is another one that we're doing enough pro tunc. Senator Wolfle, who is our counsel through Anthony's office in this issue, had approached Anthony's office, and Wes gave us a presentation on the pros and cons of joining into this class action lawsuit. And at the time, we were reluctant because there were some concerns about whether it would hamper our relationship with our benefits provider. Senator Wolfle called me over the Memorial Day holiday and told me that that is not or no, not Memorial Day, but a couple weeks ago, he told me that's not the case. He urged me to talk to my colleagues and ask for permission to go ahead and join the suit because we were late. So it was very time sensitive. He needed word that day, and so I move that we approve that nunc pro tunc.
Second, all in favor?
Aye. Bottom line was we could only stand to benefit and we had nothing to lose.
John, you want to talk about number 9?
To, what day was that? I'll look it up. Good point, Anthony, thank you. So I texted, June 14th.
Every year we're required by law to send a letter listing all of our PSD members and what PSD they're associated with to the PSC and the Secretary of State's office. And this is just a format that we take care of. So I'll make a motion to approve and send the letters.
Second, all in favor?
Uh, Do we have the new appointees on the letter
Yes.
already?
And number 10, didn't we already do that one?
Well, we changed some wording. We had to change wording in it, I believe. Is that correct?
Was added. By Jack, you want to call him?
No, that's not Jack's thing. This is, we got the blank form back from the West Virginia Conservation Conservancy or whatever it is, agency. I sent it over to Anthony to double check it to see if it was ready for you all to sign
Okay.
and to advise how we should fill in some of those blanks.
Yeah, I remember us talking about that.
Okay. I know that we had discussed it and I thought that it was complete.
Jack does have something to present.
We didn't approve it.
Jack does have something to present to you that has to do with that.
Okay, no, Jack. We got a few minutes. That was the last one.
In consultation with Bill Hines, he has a template that he would like to get further. Yeah,
Jack, you need to come up here. I'm talking to the microphone so everybody can hear you.
It's for Zoom. Everybody in here can hear you. But it-
Talk loud enough.
Sorry, everyone, you guys know.
Okay. Everybody wants to see you. too.
That's okay. Everybody wants to see what you look like.
All right, talked to Bill and, for our agreement, there's a template that he has that he would like to refer to Anthony that will cover any language, and most of this is for the future. So we're clear on two CFR, CARES, ARPA, and any of the recent COVID legislation that's come out. So it's cautionary mostly. And he has that template and will send it to me and I'll do it over there.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so
You want to go ahead and do that, or you want to take a break from what?
Anthony, did you get a look at that agreement and did you have any record, the Conservation Agency agreement?
If I looked at it, I don't.
Oh, I thought you did.
What?
I thought you did, I'm sorry.
Okay, well, let's take a break real quick.
All right, take a break. I'm gonna call the meeting back to order. 9:30. I guess Becky, will you be the one? You can come on up.
I'm here for several different things. The Bridge Code Commissioner appointment, you guys already approved. I did want to let Allison know that there is a new National Park Service Chief Ranger. So he will be coming to our meetings, as a National Park Service representative. His name is Rob Wissinger. So when he can't attend the meetings, Stan Wilson will attend, just like he did for Frank. And you got everybody else that was. Oh, the other one that might be appointed upcoming would be for the Division of Highways. There is a temporary person in place there because Barry Williams was our appointed person. He has resigned from the Division of Highways. So Justin Taylor is our temporary fill-in for him. And then the second thing for Bridge Day is the bylaws. You all remember we revised the bylaws. We have a brand new set of bylaws from 2022, I believe. And then this past year, we did several things in our meetings that would need to be reflected in our bylaws. So I sent you all copies of the minutes and the changes for the bylaws. They just need to be amended and approved. I have a highlighted copy and I have a clean copy.
I was fine with them. I read them.
Yeah, they were all the same things that we voted on and approved at our meetings. So I do have a copy. I have a highlighted copy of the changes, if you want to see that, and then I have a copy that needs to be signed.
I'm good. I don't have to see it.
I mean, we approved the bylaws changes for Bridge Day Commission.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, this is just you.
And you guys probably already have this, but I'm gonna give you a hard copy. This is our CDB annual report, financial statements, and our brand new visitors guide that we're super excited about. So the CDB annual report is based off of 2023 numbers. So we're just echoing the success of tourism for our state and for Fayette County. The CDB itself, won awards for cooperative advertising in 2023. We saw an increase in our visitor guide distribution. We saw an increase in our contacts and visitors at the Euler Avenue office and across our social media platforms.
The distribution, was it mail distribution or distributed? handed out?
Distribution of the visitor guide.
Yeah.
It is distributed across our travel plazas, welcome centers, Tamarack, and Mail.
Okay.
And so what happens is either people will go to our website and see the visitor guide request, they will submit us an entry there, and we will mail them one directly, or they'll see an ad on social media, and it says, click here for a visitor's guide, they go to our page, and then we send them a visitor's guide, so we get about, I don't know, 100, 150 leads a week just from that, but then we also get leads from West Virginia Tourism and Southern Living Magazine.
So do you keep track of what's mailed and at the visitor centers compared to
Yes.
what you just hand out?
Yeah,
other
yesterday
businesses?
we had 2 brochure distribution services that go out to all the welcome centers, hotels. Highland Plains has a rack, so anybody that has a rack that partners with 5-star promotions or Visit Southern West Virginia, gets our visitor's guide in their rack. Yesterday, we, loaded up, Visit Southern West Virginia took about 40 boxes of guides, 60 per box. 40 guys went out with them. And then 5-star promotions took about 40 boxes as well, and they distribute across the whole state. Visit Southern West Virginia also builds when the new travel plaza is open in Beckley and Tamarack. For sure. Any questions about CDB annual report from 2023?
I don't have any questions.
No, I would have to look at it first, but we'll get back to you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Start our vote. 10 minutes early.
Yeah. No reason why we're not.
You don't have a problem with that, Dave?
Want me to record them?
Oh, I just wondering.
Well, there's
I
two
didn't
more
even get
sections
her
of AP
to stop.
signs, we send those over to you guys for your.
How you'll take your responsibility at the end of the
You talk.
Well,
So once I have it all complete, then, so I'll do that after our next bridge day meeting.
Okay.
we have on the agenda today, making some allocations from our ARPA money.
Yeah.
Anybody who's been following will recall that we had allocated 5.6 million to a broadband match, for a state grant that fell through. So we were in a position where we solicited, recommendations from our communities to try to reallocate that money.
And the effect.
We received quite a few, and we had some presentations on several of them. We had some working group presentations from the trail community. We had some presentations from the municipalities, public service districts. I think that was it on the special.
I mean, the
ones,
only
right?
thing I found
Um,
here was, that's not
and-
the correct,
Based on those, and we had,
imminent as in about.
our deputy county administrator put together a list of everything for us, including what we've allocated already. We organized it by district, so we could make sure we were spreading the money out appropriately. And then there's another category besides the district, which is kind of total county. So,
You want me to reach out?
in
to
looking
Renee?
at those,
Since this thing is.
I made a chart sent to my colleagues a couple of days ago to review, but I'm gonna make some recommendations based on that chart. So with regard to the New Haven district, I'm gonna move that we approve $30,000 for the Meadow Bridge wrestling, baseball, and softball. $50,000 for the City of Meadow Bridge emergency backup generator for their community center. And these others are also for the Meadow Bridge Community Center. 22,750 for the kitchen equipment, cooler, freezer. 15,000 for concrete sidewalk, another 20,000 for ADA parking, which we discussed in a previous meeting here. And requested $18,400 for additional design construction costs. And a match for a grant they're receiving for this same project of $27,250. Further, there were Commissioner Brenneman had wanted to allocate at least $100,000 to each PSD. Some had greater needs that I'm going to recommend that we go ahead and approve. But Denise PSD had asked for 43,646.28 for a truck. And the balance of that 100,000 would be $56,353.72 for that PSD. We also heard from the Midland Trail Community Center about the money that we had already allocated it and how it had spent it. One of the requests on the list, though, were generators for shelter operations. It's an emergency shelter. And I asked for an estimate for those because I feel like that's, since it's our emergency shelter for our emergency operations, I felt like we should fund that. And the estimate came in at $85,000 for that. So for the New Haven district, I recommend that we approve those. I move that we approve those allocations.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. And I'll just say of the ones requests that we got, the only ones that weren't in that list were some pretty exorbitant requests that just were not affordable individually even from the New Haven PSD. And then that was over 1.5 million in requests. And then the Denise Sports Complex already had received 232,500 and they had requested another 951,221, and I did not include that in my motion. Plateau District, City of Oak Hills requested $150,000 for its comp plan. Fayette County Trail Coalition, $10,000 for trailer and tools for trail maintenance. And the NRG RDA, $50,000 for matching funds for a feasibility study for a mega site off of Route 19. So I move that we approve those three requests for the plateau.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. And Valley's gonna take a little more time. The city of Montgomery has several requests. One was for $87,500 for a grant match for a trail. $90,000 for a grant match for Ferry Street Event Center. $35,000 for a pavilion park at 4th and Harding, $80,000 for a boat launch. Then the town of Pax requested $80,000 for community center gym remodel, paint windows, kitchen and HVAC, $20,000 for paving the parking area and basketball court, and $7,809 for a new community flag and pole. The Kanawha Falls PSD, and this does exceed the 100,000 Commissioner Brenneman had requested, but I think these are all justifiable expenses. $86,494 for hydrants, $96,168 for a dump truck, $29,040 for a Baker truck dump bed. So those are Kanawha Falls. City of Mount Hope has requested $75,000 for streetscape sidewalks and lighting, $14,000 for a comp plan and toward their comp plan, I'm sure. $10,000 for community center windows. White Oak PSD, this request also exceeded the $100,000, but they have not been in here asking for money for anything else. $93,013 for a dump truck, $62,590.86 for an excavator, $8,190 for a trailer. Then $100,000 for the Golly River PSD, who did not come in with a specific request. Then $40,000 that we've already allocated. I don't think that needs to be in there, but we've already allocated $40,000 for the flood victims in the valley from the August 22 floods. And then $50,000 Commissioner Brenneman's request for the North Fayette Food Bank in the valley. So we've already given to a food bank up here in the Plateau region, but the Valley Food Bank had not received any donations to date. So I move that we approve those, plus because we did not get a request from the city of Smithers for specifics with any estimates, we just got a request for $889,000 with no specifics. I'm going to move that we allocate $150,000 to Starting Points, which is the preschool daycare nonprofit there in Smithers. They also serve other functions, like they have diapers and things that they give to family. They even hold elder care events. Despite there being a senior center, they're also in Smithers. And I recommend that we allocate $100,000 to that senior center, which is also a nonprofit. So we can allocate something to benefit the citizens of Smithers in the absence of a coherent request from their mayor. So that's it for the valley.
Did you motion?
That's my motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. The only things I left out there, the city of Montgomery that were requested, the city of Montgomery had building tear downs for 600,000, and they're probably going to receive some earmark funding from Senator Manchin for that. I saw it in his request, and 90,000 that we think may qualify for funding under our REAP grant if they can't get that funded elsewhere.
At least five.
Yeah, Armstrong Creek PSD requested $80,000, but given its hearings before the PSC right now, I didn't feel like that was a good investment. And then we had a local church that had requested $76,519 to upgrade recreational equipment. And since we did not give to any other private churches, I did not include that in the request. I didn't think that was fair to donate to one church, especially a substantial amount of money, and not to other churches in the community. So, okay, countywide, the Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Building. We had talked to all the groups involved in, the town of Fayetteville and they're not a VFW, gosh, why did I forget?
Legion.
The Legion, the American Legion. I know I could see their faces, but I couldn't think of the organization. About the things that the memorial building needs, and they are extensive, and we have a list. So I'm going to move that we allocate $500,000 toward, and our park director is going to have to work with our building manager over there and figure out how to prioritize those repairs, but toward upgrades. And some of the necessary repairs, I think, will still be funding through the commission. So this is the list that you guys gave us, that you got together with the Legion and the park board. The curtains and the upgrades on the bathrooms, which need a lot more than just fixing sinks, I can tell you, because we were over there during the election and they were not great. Fayette County Health Department put in a request for $43,225 to buy a vehicle for use for the county. And so I move that we approve those two for countywide.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. And the ones I did not include there yet, the Trail Coalition had put something in for the Fayette County Park Bridge for $360,000, and Sal's had put in something for $50,000. With regard to the Trail Coalition, do you want to, Commissioner Lewis, do you want to tell them what your concerns were?
That we haven't even started on the other project. That's one of my concerns. As the project that you're supposed to be dealing with right now, and we authorized that last year, I believe.
Right.
The funding, nothing's even moved forward.
Yeah, I reached out to them before, say the project in Australia, asked for an update and received a lot of information. So I think that's our priority is
To me, if that needs to come first. And so
You guys said it, I told her earlier that we would get them together with OTO and the other groups, that way it's all out there.
it's it, y'all are all sitting together, you're not meeting with somebody separate, you're all
Yeah.
talking about, that's the best way to hash it out.
Just to pin everybody down in one meeting. So, so I'll say now that I need to. That leaves about $800,000 left that's unallocated of the ARPA funding. And we still have until the end of the year to make the decisions about those allocations. What we need from the Trail Commission is a list of priorities, but also this money has to be spent by the end of 2026. So the projects have to be, at least you have to pay for them. by the end of 2026. So we need to know like timelines, what the priorities are, and then we can make a more informed decision. And I know we didn't give you a lot of time, so, but we have time. So I wanted Brian to let you know that that wasn't on my list, but it's on my list of stuff that this other funding should go for. It's around 800,000, but that's not all for trail. I mean, we have,
I understand.
for example,
Yeah, there's some other things on there.
yeah, some other things on my list was shooting range. I want to reach out to the Humane Society about spay neuter initiatives. We've talked about the day report center expansion within the county because we have a huge amount of things there. And then, you know, we all have some other ideas that I was going to put on this list so we could consider it comprehensively at the next meeting that we do. But Sal's is well aware of the reason I did not move to approve it's $50,000. So I think that is it for ARPA.
Oh,
You
I
guys-
would like to add some stuff.
Okay.
3.5 years ago, in our first meeting together as commissioners, we all decided that we wanted to make sure that we took care of every part of the county. Not just the things around this area, but every part of the county. People are raising Cain over a pool that you can use for 3 to 4 months. So a third of the year. And it's going to benefit less than 1/10 of the county. If you've listened to what Commissioner Taylor read, we have taken the funds that we could have used on that pool, but we moved them throughout the entire county. And that's something that we said we were going to do 3.5 years ago, and we stood with that decision. So people say that they watch votes. Well, that's great, but you need to read the content also, because we did not authorize $1 million to go to Nicholas County, nor did we authorize $1 million to go to Raleigh County. So yes, you can watch votes, but please know the content. And again, I am very proud of this commission and the way that we put the money throughout the entire county instead of just one area. So kudos to you guys.
And I'll say, I mean, I added it up, and so for the New Haven district, all told, we've put 1,429,338 Plateau, it's kind of offset because we had purchased Wolf Creek Park for housing, and I put that in the Plateau district, and that was $2 million. If you take that away, the Plateau has received $800,548.03 in the form of trails or the things, PSD, and the city of Oak Hill. Fayetteville did not come in, notably did not come in and ask for anything. It's not too late, Brian, if you want to. But I think Fayetteville will benefit greatly from the memorial building, because I think if we end up getting into an agreement with the town of Fayetteville, the memorial building is going to be in much better shape. If we do get into a cooperative agreement on how to run it. Valley District, 1.996665 million has gone to the Valley District. And then countywide is 1.359809. So I feel like, you know, the smaller areas of the county have received the lion's share of this money, which is atypical. So I feel like we try to make an effort to be very fair and to put that money out. Most of it has gone to community centers or public service districts, food pantries, and vetting, trying to fix the pool, even though it turns out it's going to be a lot more expensive than we can afford with our own budgeting. Expanding the courthouse, buying a building for the probation office. But those are the main things that we've invested in. So I think it's worthwhile. But anyway.
Anything else?
See you.
Motion adjourned.
Hang on.
Oh,
What is that?
oh,
Oh, yeah, that agreement.
The
Thank you,
agreement.
Anthony.
So
I need to.
spring doesn't expire until February of 2026. So I'm not quite sure.
Supposed to be year to year, correct?
Well, I mean,
No.
it says on here, on page 5, it says that the agreement continues for 5 years from the date this agreement becomes effective. It became effective February 22nd of 2021.
Yes.
My suggestion, or Amy's suggestion, was to reach out to Ms. Lyons, the executive director for the West Virginia Conservation Agency, to clarify what exactly she thinks we need to do. To point out to her that the terms of the agreement say that this continues for another year, roughly a year and a half. So Amy's gonna get her email address and I'll send her an email and see if I can get a better understanding of exactly what they're wanting us to do and why.
Thank you.
You have her email address and the blank agreement in your email now.
Okay.
So you should put that on the next meeting.
Probably.
Maybe not the next one, but the one after. Giving more than 2
24th.
weeks.
It's up to you guys.
I mean, do you need more than the July
Well,
10th?
it'll be, I mean, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to give it to longer. Give it till July 24th.
Okay.
Okay, and then with regard to this letter, is everybody okay with Amy
Yeah.
stamping
Stamping away.
when
Yeah,
she
I
adds
don't have a
that?
problem.
And I don't need to see it. I just
Okay.
would like that part, that sentence added that's being referred to the planning commission for approval. Okay,
Now, is that it?
back to motion to adjourn.
Second.